All right. How in the world did you jump in that box like that and completely miss the entire box? I will never know how he just did that. First things first, my name's Kenneth Bird. My company is ILEG Technology Screens. And we actually had to file some stuff today because we had an individual that just did too much on YouTube. And this individual felt the need that he was untouchable, that no one could find him, that he could do whatever he wanted to do, regardless of whatever he chose to do. So, we have been hunting for his address, the real name of the, actually not the address, we have the address already. We've been hunting for the name of the building. We found it yesterday, last night. We found out that the building is actually the name of a street address. It's a clever way to hide a building. Very clever. Kind of like you're not lying, but you are lying. It's a clever way to do it. So, searching on this building, we found out that the building at 1714 Big Dalton Avenue is actually the name of the building itself, because the AI brought it up. The AI clearly stated that there's no registration of a name under this building. Every other block has this building. They got some name for some apartment of what they call it when you go look it up. This one actually matches the exact same address as the street, which means you would never find this thing. Just wouldn't find it. That's why we couldn't find the building. So basically, the original person, the original person actually owned the property, that address and information would be there. So whoever basically bought the property, changed it over to this. So that right there is, they named it after the street address. The street address on that property area is Big Dalton Avenue. Now it'd be 1714 if the person's putting their address out. But the building would have to have something different, like, Julian, you have to be a Hive, or you would have something like, the Sunview, the Blue Oyster, something that separates you from the street, because it would be hard to find you. But that's how they did it. And that's how we figured out exactly the name of the building. The name of the building is actually the name of the street, because the AI said it's referred to as the name of the street. And therefore, we know the name of the building now. So, go and contact City Hall, and we can get the owner's name, which we already have. I think it is her. And it did give up information on where the apartment's at. She's in the unit. So with that being said, and what I've seen in the pictures already, which we can't show you through Facebook, it's the unit. We can tell by the kitchen. So with that being said, we will be reaching out to her. Matter of fact, she was reached out twice today, and asking her to call back, because again, Fernando has broke a lot of rules. So I'm not going to tell you the agencies we reached out to, the people we sent those emails to. Basically, his emails to us stating, bragging about how he can do whatever he wants here in the United States. He can't be found whatsoever. He has no paperwork, no documents. An email was sent out to several agencies. So we're proceeding forward. We'll file a private criminal complaint and the lawsuit we already filed. That's how we're going to get you here, Fernando. So once we get in there to finish the rest of these forms, there'll be a lot of paperwork to do. Once we finish this, I will be adding in to the judge to let them know that you are undocumented. We have filed 5 reports with ICE. We will give them all documents on that particular situation so they can begin the process of taking care of you. As for that address, again, that's a bit of a sneaky one. I would have walked over that 100 times. I would have never saw it. It didn't dawn on me until I looked at it. I was like, wait a minute. I said, how in the world, where is this place at? And then all of a sudden, when I'm looking, right around that time, the address blurred. I'm like, okay, they blurred the address. So I had to go and look and say, who has authorization to blur an address? Can a tenant do it? Tenants can't do that. It has to be an owner of the building to do that. So the owner of the building blurred the address. But thank goodness we had a process server go out there years ago and basically take a picture of everything. We know where everything's at in that building. Only thing about when you blur a building, you can't blur the bird's eye view. You can't do that. So we're not going to show you that information. That's her. At the end of the day, it's between us and courts and whatever. I am filing a lawsuit against the building. So that's definitely going to happen. And as for you, Mr. Fernando, at the end of the day, we know your secrets now. I know a lot of your secrets now. Kind of wish you didn't send me that email now, right? Yeah, that was a bad, bad idea. In that email, there's so much stuff that you confess to. At the end of the day, you confess to attacking our company and making false statements about our business. It's a whole lot of stuff in there. How you have your stuff hitting other people's names, which again, they start digging around in that and they start finding whose name is on that truck, whose name is on the lease. Lease is not real. We already know that from the door. Lease is not real. Lease is a made-up lease. It is. And basically, looking at the building, all utilities is not included with that building, which means in order for you to get utilities cut on in that building, you would have to have a lease to do that. You have to show proof of rental. That's like the same thing, like if someone's going to authorize something on a building, they have to show their name is on the lease to do so. You can't authorize anything with anything involving the bills if your name is not on that lease. You don't need to ask anybody now for the address. Now we have it. The address is 1714. The building's name is 1714 Big Dalton Avenue. It's literally named after the street. Literally named as a street. There's going to be a lot of digging. You know, I don't think she understands exactly how much damage this guy has caused to her because, again, she made a big mistake bringing him in there. A big mistake. Now, Fernando wants to make it sound at the end of the day like it's our fault. How's it my fault, Fernando? You don't have the right to attack people's businesses at the end of the day. You have the right to attack anybody, period. I don't think you know anything about this country. Enough on the history stands behind it. You don't have that right. You go in and attack anybody you want and think you're going to get away with that. It doesn't work that way. So, now we figured it all out. Next stage right now is to go through the building taxes. I know somebody paying taxes on that unit. No other parties are involved. I want to know basically about property management. I want to know everything about it. I want to take you to court. When I take them to court, you're already done. Fernando, you're taken care of already. You're done. You are done. Anything you do right now is just substantial evidence or whatever we're going to be hitting you with when we go to court. So you're finished. You're done. Right now, we got everything we need about the building to now come after the landlord. I told you guys in 2025, what did I say? I said you guys be under judgment. If I go to my Lord and I prayed to him, I said, I need to know exactly how we bring this to justice. We need information in order to make it so. Actually, the name of the program, I would have never guessed that in a million years. I've never guessed that in a million years. That was actually the address. Looking right at it, didn't see it. Until AI made a statement, and I was like, oh. That's interesting. AI literally said it's not registered. He said they just refer to it as the address of what the street is called. Then we checked in on that. It was actually right. Apartments. Now, mind you, anything changes, anything, because we got the initial search. I record and document everything. So I documented the entire search. Why? Just in case if someone comes in and they start changing things around, saying this doesn't exist and that doesn't exist, you can't get away with that. Everything is documented. Let's see, we have 91706 is area code. All pages were saved just in case something goes missing. See? That's how I know that they know we know. You done already told us. They gave us the information we wanted. See? That's why I came in and documented everything. Because the minute something goes missing, we already know from the door that somebody wanted to change that information. You just told us where you're at. Literally just told us 100% where you're at. Why would you remove something if you're not there? There's no point in removing something if you're not there. You just told us you are there. The video we shot yesterday, information. All we have to do is just fish. Those stuff out there, that's it. They will react to it. He went back and told her. How is what she know? That means she's 100% know what's going on. You got a massive lawsuit coming your way. And we are filing for criminal charges on top of that. And you can't escape your records from court from City Hall, which we can get access to as public records. Yep. They removed it that quick. Told you. I told you. We got your address now. We're good. That's all we need to know. If you register that building, it's there. Registration's still there. That's all we need to know. We're good. We got 100% knowing that's where your building's at. Same thing like with Williams' apartment address. When he posted it, he had the video removed right away. You just told me where your location was at. So all I had to do is go down to legal and your building at City View Apartments and basically put in the information that I got, including your apartment number, and they looked it up and they found you. They found your location. You already told me. You guys give us that information. When you remove stuff, you just told me where you're at. That's it. And on top of that, he got an LLC, which you can't remove. You can remove all this all you want, but that LLC is up there. That by your LLC, we got location now. You can't remove that. You can't dissolve the LLC without that document. That document's missing. You just told us everything we need to know just by that. That's why the YouTube videos were missing. Because he was going in, he was filing these complaints saying, hey, I need to have this removed, and they're removing his videos. That's why I posted them. There you go. See right here? Remove. That's from Fernando and his friends trying to hide stuff at the end of the day. Just incriminated yourself at the end of the day. It's like watching somebody doing those YouTube videos where they take a bike and hook that cable up to it and they put it out there and somebody steals it and they get thrown all over the place. It's literally what you guys have done. But you can't erase this. That's a problem. That which you can't get rid of. So now we know. That's all we need to know. This is the name of the building. They have a commercial property. Matter of fact, commercial property is not supposed to be under residential. That's the wrong zoning. Definitely wrong zoning. Which zoning would an apartment complex be under? What zoning would an apartment complex be under? They'd be under multifamily. Yeah, that's right. You got it. Multifamily residential zoning district. Zoning district for Baldwin Park. So 1714 is the building. Big Dalton Avenue Street. Baldwin Park is the city. Of course, California State, and there's a zip code. That building should have another name next to it. It literally should have something called like Sunview, whatever apartment, whatever, should have that there. It's designed so you can't find it. Why else would they blur it? And then the name we had that came up, if we take that name and we stick it next to that apartment, it brings it up. It brings up everything. We're not going to bring that up because right now, like I said, that's our private information. We're not bothering with that. We were to track down the Facebook accounts. The Facebook account's on there. So that means the person who contacted me, the two fellows that we have on recording on Grasshopper, we have a file recording where it shows two people contacted us. The statement said they were landlords of that building. They were guys. The landlord wouldn't be a guy, it's a woman. So who the freak was that who contacted us? Fernando. Somebody you got to contact us, curse us out, carry on and scream up, and act like they're going to sue us and get them away from the building. That's what you did. Try to use a scare tactic. Didn't work. Going to use that as evidence against you. I'm going to go down and download those files off Grasshopper, have them transferred to my account to get those ready for more evidence for court. Let me see. Take this out. We have that already. Now, Fernando, you may ask him today, why not just mind my own business and leave you alone? No, it's not going to happen. The reason why is because every time we did try to give you the opportunity to get out of one of these situations, you just kept attacking us. So now it's our turn. It's our turn to start digging into all your information now. And again, like I said, pretty soon they're going to figure out exactly where you're located at in Mexico. And they're going to dig that up too. Let's see, apartment for rent. Let's see. Based on the current listing of the property, in Baldwin Park, California, pet-friendly apartment with amenities such as unit, dishwasher, dryer, EV charging station. Virtual tour of apartment. No virtual tour of apartment. Of course there's no virtual tour of apartment. There's none at all there. That's literally what it states there. That's the listing that they put in there. There's no virtual tour of that apartment. It's right there. It says right there. Based on current listing, the property at 1714 Big Dalton Avenue in Baldwin Park, California features pet-friendly, we saw that because there's cats and dogs here, apartment with amendments such as in-unit washer and dryer, EV charging station, balcony. No, that would be, balcony would be they walk on. That's a walkway, not a balcony. Balcony is separate. That would be balcony right there. And air conditioning, which we know has air conditioning in this building. Apartment.com's virtual tour may also be available. There's no virtual tour of that place at all. There's no virtual tour of it. Period. For rent. Let's see. Address. Yep. Metropolitan area. See, Fernando? That's why I told you that everything we type in, everything that we do, basically comes up. Everything. Everything comes up. So right here, it shows 17 Big Dalton Avenue, Baldwin Park here. Over here, major counterfeiting 3D printing business coming from that apartment. It's right there. Property type apartment, unit detail, including apartment E. Yep. Now, people are mad at me at the end of the day because they feel that I shouldn't defend myself. I should be allowing people to walk over top me and do what they want to do. At the end of the day, there are people out there who feel that way. They feel that Mr. Burr should not be able to defend himself in any way whatsoever. Maybe it's because I'm African American, because black people should not be allowed to be able to defend themselves when people attack us. Regardless of your color, anyone should be able to defend themselves if someone's attacking them. But today, Fernando, I told you today, you can't win this. I know you think you can, but you can't. You can't win this. We've gotten all the information, everything we needed to be able to prosecute you. Let's see, identified. What's the code? YouTubers as being related to this user. Yeah, see, I knew it. I knew it. They're gonna be locked in. Yeah, he's in a lot of trouble, man. A lot of trouble. It's locked. It's locked in. So basically, anything that we put in about the counterfeiting ring, stuff that was going on, it's locked in. It's in the system now. Anything they pull up on this apartment is gonna pull up that counterfeiting ring. Where are my Q-tips at? Anything. If anyone comes looking for the apartment, the videos on the counterfeiting ring, all that's going to show up. Let me see, where is my lens here? Oh, that's much better. Yeah, that was really dirty in there. Much better. Much, much better. But yeah, anything. So basically here, on the apartment right here, Identify and specification as the apartment we're looking for. His apartment flashed right there. And so the property is located in 91706 zip code area, which is part of the Los Angeles metropolitan area. Future is your YouTube video. Here's a YouTube video, and it's a future was mentioned in a YouTube video as being related to user. Alright, before I explain this video, and that's the video involving the copyrights, trademarks being stolen by companies by this individual. So it is stated, good. It's stated that the apartment is basically, he's running this counterfeiting ring. I'm glad that's basically out there. So Fernando, you see this? This basically explains, this comes up everywhere. Every apartment number comes up literally everywhere. And what comes up next to it? The counterfeiting videos. So you counterfeiting people's stuff out of the apartment. That literally comes up on the search engine for AI. And it's good. Because why not getting out? And hey, you want to brag about having a business at the end of the day. You want to brag about ripping off companies. You want to brag about stealing from people at the end of the day. You should get full credit for it. You should get full credit for all of it. See, I don't understand that part. They want to go on YouTube. They want to advertise their businesses as saying they're ripping off and stealing from people. But then when it gets out there on social media, when it gets out there on Google, now they're scared. Now they don't want to talk about it anymore. Too late. That's linked to your apartment with your email attached to it. That's coming up on the Google AI right now. AI Google is literally bringing this up. So your information is already locked in already. When they look up apartments.com, your address pops up now. And not only pops up, the video is showing you ripping off all these companies. Right there, with your face attached to it. This video, YouTuber Pro1176 on YouTube basically calls himself a major Marvel fan. Went in and printed all different types of licensed material and selling it. Now, see, they'll sit there and get mad at us. Oh, it's not fair. How's it not fair? You're the ones who did all this stuff. You guys are responsible for this nonsense. I'm glad your stuff. I didn't even put in your apartment number. See right there? Info search apartment 17. I put down info search apartment. I put down the name of the address. That's it. I never even mentioned your address, your apartment number. Your apartment number is popping up automatically because it's linked to basically counterfeiting. Right here, it says right here again. It says right here, local location, 1714 Big Dalton Avenue, Baldwin Park, California, 91 so. Now look what it says right here. It says property type, apartment. Look what it says right here. Unit, detail unit, apartment E. Your address got flashed everywhere. And when they pull up the link on it, guess what comes up? Your counterfeiting videos come up. Your counterfeiting videos come up showing clearly you in the video stealing from other companies. You got nasty with Matrix, didn't you? You did. You got nasty with them. See, this is what I mean at the end of the day, not knowing where you belong at the end of the day. And when you go through the prison system, Fernando, you will realize where you belong at the end of the day. Because you get nasty with you get nasty people, I guarantee you're gonna survive a day in there. Someone's gonna crack your skull in. He is Flash. He's literally Flash. So anytime they pull this up, I didn't even pull up if you say, oh, he pulled it up. No, buddy, we didn't pull it up. All this is what we pulled up. Information apartment, right there. You see your apartment number in there anywhere? No, it's not even in there, right? It pulled it up. Key information pulled it up. It literally pulled up and included your apartment address to it. And in that link right there under apartment.com, you are linked to this now. And on top of that, consider the fact that there's a YouTube video connected to showing you basically committing counterfeiting. On top of that, if he sits there and says in the day, well, because, buddy, you got an LLC. That LLC helps it a lot. You have an LLC that made him public domain. Let me go pop over here Take this video out. Take this video out. And go over to his LLC. Because he basically put it in there himself. Y'all didn't design the LLC for you. I had nothing to do with designing your LLC. That is your responsibility. You developed that LLC. So Fernando goes into one of his little rants again and says at the end of the day, well, yeah, you did. When you posted your LLC, made it public domain, that made anything and everything that pops up will basically be traced back to the LLC. Cinemax Mix LLC. Right here, because this is what's under the LLC. And this is what you publish. This is what you put on public domain for everybody to find. All they have to do is just basically punch in that keyword, and there it is. It brings up your address. So that was already there. And you can't go in, you can't dissolve, you can't do anything. So if you sit there and say, well, no, Jamie, you doxed your own self. You literally made your LLC public domain. Anyone can find you. Anybody can find you now. Anyone. And if they type in any keywords, guess where it comes back to? It traces back to this. So all we have to do is just type in counterfeiting, put your information. That's all we got to do, because it's right there. I can do it as many times as I want. It's right there. What are you going to do? Sit there and basically get me for doxing your address? Well, you can't do it anyway. You don't got paperwork. But try to get me for, you can't, I forgot you got paperwork. You can't do it either way. You gotta have state ID to get an attorney. That's how it works. You can't get one anyway. And if you could get one, you still couldn't do it at the end of the day, because you doxed your own address. That's what you did. You doxed your own address. Trying to be smart, trying to get an LLC like me, and didn't know how to fill out the paperwork correctly, and you doxed your own address. Now you see that little number right there? This little number right there is the filing serial number for his account. That following serial number pulls up all types of stuff on them. The little file number you have under 20, 23, 57, 31, 04, 76, that's your filing number for your LLC. It brings up everything on you, literally. There's a nice PDF form. We'll download that for whatever that. Oh, I see what it's for right here. There we go. Now, right here in this document, it says right here, principal address right there, apartment E, mailing address, apartment E. You put all that information in there. This is all the information that you put in there. Can't get mad about that. It's right there. You put it in yourself. You know what happens if you make an LLC public domain? Your stuff goes everywhere, even overseas. Your apartment can be located anywhere on the planet now. You made it possible. Right there. That's how we're able to basically just type in your information, and we can tag anything to you now. I can go on your page right now, and I can pull tons of stuff, the videos attached to it, and just tag it to the address, and it'll bring it up. Every single one will bring it up. So now you got a counterfeiting ring, right? You're printing up some people's stuff without permission. Well, you're it. I sent the Facebook, that violation page, I sent that to multiple agencies showing that you're committing these counterfeiting rings in your apartment. Yeah, got a nice PDF here. Boom. You get a copy of everything you got, get a copy of it, just like that. Because you made yourself public domain. You know what happened? What's wrong with you, Fernando? I'm going to tell you what. You don't know anything about paperwork. You don't jack about paperwork at all. You wanted an LLC like Mr. Bird. That's what you wanted. The only difference is, I know how to do LLCs. I've done these before. So, but you wanted to be like me so badly to show that you had an LLC. Tell me if I'm wrong on this one. The problem is that California's LLC is different from any other state. They require something called a due date, process due date. I looked into it. It's really interesting. But the only ones that require it, any other state doesn't have that. Now, when you looked at my LLC, what did you find? You didn't find address there. You found an address to where to ship it to. That's where to ship it to. We got a ton of paper has to be here somewhere. If I had my license and stuff that come here, I have to show exactly where I need the license to send to. But it's not registered under the address. Yours is registered under the address. It says principal address of business, which means that's where it's registered to. You made it public domain. And there's even an option right there to say, hey, I might not want to make this public domain. You didn't click on it, did you? Nope, because you didn't know what you were doing. You were just so happy to just get an LLC at the end of the day, you didn't even know what you were doing. That's why you got to read through those documents very carefully. Your initial filing date was 5/22/2023. That's the initial filing date you have here. I did a document video in here that shows that you lied. I have the original paperwork. You lied and stated that your company has been around 5 months. It's been around longer than enough. I got receipts long older than that from you. Legal investigation, work case, background research, officer history and records. Contact, verification and trust. Now, Fernando, I want you to look at this real quick. I'm going to clean my lens off really good. I want you to look at this real quick. Now, do you see what it says right here? It says here, principal mailing address of company. It's situated, where it says right here, at 1714 Big Dalton Avenue, Apartment E, Baldwin Park, California, 91706. This address serves as the central hub for the company's activities and communications. That's literally what you actually signed up for. So as far as we're concerned, that business you don't have anymore, Pros Cinemax Mist, still does exist. It still exists because you haven't dissolved the LLC. We can still take you to court on it. That's what you're thinking today. We can't take you because you got rid of the business. Nah, it don't work that way. It don't work that way. The LLC is still standing. And since the LLC is still standing, and it showed that it's, where's that right here? Your status of your LLC, activated. There you go, activated. That's your status. Status of your LLC is activated, which means your company is still here. Just because you walked away from it, that don't mean jack at the end of the day. You have to dissolve the LLC to get rid of the company. Your company is literally, legally still here, which means we can get you in court on it. You're getting sued, buddy, like you would not believe. Man, there's just so much stuff we find. Jamie's like a mystery, man. He's like the mystery machine. Dun, 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 dun. See, Fernando, one thing you don't know about me, I'm a paper jockey at the end of the day. I know how to get all types of information, go to different kinds of buildings. I like paperwork. I'm a paperwork jockey. That's what I do. And keep in mind, I can dig through so much stuff on you. I can find out all types of stuff on you. You want to try for Mexico? I bet you I can figure out where you went to school at. I can dig up all types of information on you. Fernando, I'm a junkie at the end of the day. I follow lead after lead. I would have been fantastic as a private investigator. I think I would have really liked that job. I don't think I would have handled people, the murders and stuff at the end of the day, because I'm pretty jacked up stuff happened. But if I was a guy to stay behind and do the paperwork, I'll be good at that. Really, I'm really good at that. I love that kind of stuff. But yeah, your LLC's still active. So since it's still active in the day, that means your company's still existing. I bet you if I call Secretary of State of California right now, and I ask if your company is still active, they're going to say yes. And if your company's still active, it means we can get you on it. Because you can't say, well, I stopped doing business. No, your LLC is still there. So we're going to sue you on this. I'm going to prove in court that you basically made a faulty product to begin with. You had no freaking training. You don't know what you're doing. You're inexperienced, and you sold a product to customers, and you tricked them by manipulating them by using dark environments and high-powered machines to rip off customers on everyday household paint. We're going to request all tests. I want every single test on your product from the day you first began started. And if you sit there and say the day you haven't had a business, I got receipts on you for days. I've got documents on your website, page by page. And if we had to, we'll get a subpoena to go into your PayPal account and pull your customers. Now, mind you, no customers will be exposed in any way whatsoever. You're just going to show the transactions he was making. So you think your company is actually gone because you won and you deleted your web page? Man, what planet do you live on at the end of the day? No, but you got to dissolve the LLC. So that's what you get at the end of the day. Now, my LLC for mine, yeah, it's still there. And guess what? I'm having it dissolved. You know why? Because I don't have any delinquent anything on my account. We don't have that here in Pennsylvania. That's all. We don't have it here. Mine's in good standing. All I have to do now is just go in and just file out the paperwork and pay a little fee and boop, it's gone just like that. Never existed. But you, on the other hand, yours is still there. And because California requires that statement due date and you can't fill that out, you know why? Because you committed perjury. You lied on your company and said it was around 5 months. I've got the video to prove it. Let me dig it up. Not a problem. Let's see. Really interesting one. It's called Crow lied on his LLC. Let me see right here. Crow 1176 lied on his LLC. Oh, yeah. It's documented, man. It's all documented. Everything is documented right here. I've got a history book on you. I've got your numbers, all your stuff, your ID badges, the whole entire 9 yards. So you go on there and you make videos that get you sued, because that's what's going to happen to you. All those videos you made against me, that's going to get you sued. Not one of them can help you in court. Ta-da! Fraud and committed perjury.
First things first, my name is Kenneth Burke. My company is Black Series Edition LLC. We've got another official page on the screens. I know we just talked about the simple life a minute ago. But let's talk about
that's when I was in the garage, right?
I want to put so much pressure on this guy that
Now, you see this right here? That shows in that document right there, where I got a printout of when you first initially applied for your LLC, tells the date and time, and basically the month you said the age of your company, which you stated was 5 months. You said your company's age was 5 months. You know that's a lie, right? Jeebus Louise, how do you freaking do this to yourself, man? Do you know who you're dealing with, man? The paperwork jockey. I'm the paperwork jockey.
Well, you got yourself in trouble. Because then I can sure prove that there anyone can sure prove. Anyone.
5 months. Get my phone to focus a little better here. 5 months. I'm going to pull that one and print it out. Now, what happens is you don't catch these things when they first happen. If I can get my phone app right here, because it wants to be blurry on me. Act right. There it goes right there. See? Company's age. 5 months. That's what you put down there, right? Crow's Cinemax Mix LLC. That's the document we pulled. And it says company's age is 5 months. Your company's not 5 months. Your company's been around longer than 5 months. Where would you get 5 months from? Look at the date right here. Filing date is May the 22nd of 2023. That's your filing date. So if your account is active, California, there's your serial number right there. That's the one we pulled just a few minutes ago. And right here it says Crow Cinemax Mix LLC. California liability right there. That's the company right there. And right there it states that active, and it talks about the filing fee, and it talks about the age of your company, which you said was 5 months. How is your company 5 months when I got receipts older than that? There's your address right there attached to it. 1714 Big Dalton Avenue, Apartment E. So, Fernando, I told you that everything I do when I come on this channel, I don't lie. I back up everything I said. If I said your company's been around 5 months, your company's been around 5 months, as you said. But it hasn't been around 5 months. I've got receipts that date back older than that. How could your business be around 5 months? You used to have an eBay account. Here we go. eBay account. And the eBay account shows that we made this order in 2020. So you filed for your company in 2023. In 2023, you stated your company has been around for 5 months. And I have a receipt here on my eBay account right here showing a refund going back to my account, showing your company has been around in 2020 and much farther back than that. I got dates that go farther back than that. I got dates to go back in actually 2016. I got receipts from 2016. So right here in 2020, this right here, from your account that we purchased this from, clearly shows, see right there, Fernando 1176. That's your handle right there, right? All right. So right there shows that we made a purchase from you in November the 26th of 2020. There's your eBay handle. It's got your name attached to it, doesn't it? Man, it's going to be so easy to prosecute you in a courtroom. It's not even funny. When I get ready to take your company to court, I will make sure I contact California Secretary of State to explain the situation and why we're taking it to court, because you lied and committed perjury. On top of that, ripping off all your customers. So yeah, on 3 orders here. As stated here in the video, your business, you said, was out. You filed for your company in May of 22 of 2023. You're 3 years behind, which means you lied. Now, Fernando, you think at the end of the day that, come on, I don't do my homework at the end of the day. I do my homework, man. I do my homework. What I find interesting about you is every time we dig up something on you, always find something new. Always something new when we dig up something on you. Every single time we find something new on you. See, you're right there? You said 2023, right? 2023. But on the receipts we have on our end, it's 2020. Which means your business has been around a lot longer than that. Matter of fact, let's go over and check this real quick. We're going to come out of this right here. We don't need this anymore because we have this filing date as 2023. That's what he says. 2023. Let's come out of here for a minute. I am going to go in and I'm going to dig up this company. See, all these scams you run, man, all these scams you run catch up to you sooner or later. And since your LLC is still active, it means your business is still running. Let's go check into the blacklist real quick. I'm going to pick up something. I got to do some programming to get done. You can't be coming on your channel at the end of the day talking I'm a liar and I lied. No, buddy. I got you clocked. I've got you clocked. Can't be making them statements about me at the end of the day. The very stuff you said about me, I'm taking to court and I'm filing criminal charges on you. So good luck backing that up in court if you make it there. Let's check my receipts. I got your receipts documented. So we got a receipt right here. You said your business is around in 2023, right? That's what you said, right? 2021, right here on these. These are 2021. 2021, that's what you claim, right? Let's blow these up. Right there. Get this phone to focus a little better. There we go. Boom, boom, boom. Boom, boom, boom. Get this thing to work a little better. There we go. Order was placed on August the 13th of 2021. You claim your business opened up in 2023. You said it was 5 months old. I got receipts showing that we placed orders to your site right there. Crow Screen Paint Mixes right there to your site with your email attached to it and your business. Mind you, we can just go into your Wix account. Wix has, even though you deleted your email account, Wix still has your company and all your information on file. Your PayPal account has all your information on file. We can pull your entire PayPal list from the door of all the purchases you made, showing you were making money way before the date that you filed for the LLC. So since it's still active and you can't dissolve it, I can got grounds to come after your company now. Now we got this matching house paint nonsense and people got ripped off, and that's a whole lot of stuff that went on with this guy. Ripped off a whole lot of people. And since now we know location of your building, because we have location of the building now, we have everything we need to get this thing started on you. Let me keep that and document that. As for your little henchmen, at the end of the day, they're all being taken care of also too. Because now we have that open case now over with the Allentown Detectives Unit. And anyone and everyone who basically made contact to this building, made contact to my sister, and everything whatsoever, you're part of the investigation now. As a matter of fact, I need to contact post office inspectors for the rest of them in the day. It doesn't pay off, does it? No, it does not. Excuse me. To do dumb stuff really doesn't. If an LLC is act up, that means the company is still liable. Yep, your company's still liable. It's still active. We can get you. So, I filed on you today already. That's the first one. Now we're going to come file another one against you. I'm filing against your company. When you're here, that's when we file against your company. Two options come out of this for you, Fernando. You won't make it here because of the bench, because you don't have good paperwork. You don't have it. You will get the bench warrant. That's going to happen. Or when they do the investigation on that paperwork over there, and they see that note in there with them documents claim, we're going to talk to them and say, hey, he doesn't have paperwork, he's not documented, he's been bragging about it to us. They may call Homeland Security, they may come pick you up. You may never make it to court. But if you do happen to make it to court, and you do end up in that prison over there, I'm going to file that against you. I'm going to file a private criminal complaint and lawsuit challenging your business in court for fraud. Also for perjury. If you came here and you basically committed, lied on government documents, clearly making false statements about your business, we're going to dig into everything. And mind you, since that thing is sitting on your landlord's building, this is going to bring some heat to her building too on top of that, because now they're going to start digging in her building. Now see why they didn't want zoning going through that building or anything else going through that building at the end of the day. We got enough. We found all your little secrets. Now, if you still want to push the shove, I can track down when you came here. Want to go down that route? I don't think you want to. We're going to figure out either way. One of the things you're going to do in an investigation when they get you, they're going to figure out where you came from. When did you come here? How many came here? That's the bad part. That's the scary one right there. Don't want your other brothers and sisters involved in this? No, ain't none of their business. You involve my family in the day, I could easily involve yours right now if I wanted to. But I'm not that type of person. I don't care. We want you and you only. I don't even care for your sister at the table. Don't care. But unfortunately for her, that when we contact that building and they go through the security cameras and they find that the stuff you had on the table was basically all counterfeit, she's going to be put in that too also. The only way you can get into a place like that, you have to have a vendors. Which means she has a vendor at the end of the day, she very well can be documented. Basically got a paperwork, work visa, school visa, something. Should be able to obtain one of those documents. Well, you didn't have one. You're piggybacking off her. And you kept saying your storage unit. See, this is what I mean by you lie so much, man. I'm so glad you sent us that email. That email shows how big of a liar he is. He sat there and made the video, my storage. How can you have a storage unit if you don't have any paperwork? Just about everybody in YouTube's rented storage units before. You know how they work at the end of the day. You know what they've required to rent a storage unit. You can't just walk in there with no ID and rent a storage unit. That's impossible. Not like that kind of facility. With that kind of stuff, heck no. You have those two forms of ID if we can rent one of those out. But you just told us you didn't have paperwork. If you didn't have paperwork, what were you talking about in the video saying that is your storage unit? It's not yours, it's your sister's storage unit. See, this is why, Fernando, when I came on camera and I said, before you sent me the email, I said it's not your unit, didn't I? I said the car is not under your name, didn't I say that? I said that the apartment complex, the lease is fake, didn't I say that? And you got on there and ranted and said, oh, he's racist, he's accused me, all these things. And then you sent me an email telling me that you don't have documents, no paperwork. Illegal aliens don't have paperwork or documents. Good luck trying to find me because I don't exist. Right? So that means the entire time when you're walking through the storage unit, lying through your teeth, it wasn't your storage unit, it was your sister, which I was right. And when you were driving around in a motorcycle and a couple of cars you had, you were driving around all over California, you didn't have a license at all, period. Nothing on insurance on your vehicle. God forbid if you smacked into somebody, that'd have been a problem. Right? Yeah. Fernando, this is your file that we're taking to court. I know it's a lot left on my monitor. That's how big your file is. That's not the big, it's the beginning stage of it. When I get done with you, I'm going to have 2 shoe boxes full of documents on you. I'm not done with you yet. I'm going to start on your company today. I'm going to start printing out all documents on your company. I'm going to contact the lawyer that's involved with your LLC. I'm contacting and reaching out to everyone to get all this information, even down to where you did the selling of those items. Contact them. Everybody. Look at this. This is all you. Process servers. Your apartment before y'all blurred it. Even where you sit at, your address, everything. That's where the process server came. That's why he made that dumb statement saying, you'll never find me. Good luck getting a process server. We were already there, you dummy. We were already there. What are you talking about? What the freak are you talking about? Good luck finding one to find your phone. We were already there. Process server was already there, Fernando. What the freak are you talking about? Good luck trying to find you at the end of the day. What do you mean by that? We were already there. Document from the CCB for touching copyrights right there, right there. Your information is right there, right there. Plain it. Showing that we filed. Your docket number. Copyrights, which you stated in the email that not real, which I'm getting you on that one too. Touching the cube without permission. Another one right there. Documents. Touching the second copyright without permission. Making false statements about the Apex. Oh, we're going to get you for that one. That's going to be a big one right there. That's going to cost you a bit. I don't doubt you're going to have anything left in that apartment. I doubt the apartment at the end of the day is going to can't handle that lawsuit we're about to hit them with. And I mean, she knew what was going on. Oh, this came from, for you guys in the day who got involved with that post office nonsense. That's a statement from the United States Postal Service saying, thank you for bringing this matter to our attention. I understand how concerning and uncomfortable it is to have received unrepeated unwanted mail. This is them giving the clearance for federal to go step into it now. Let me see right here. When appropriate material, all that's been provided, situation, and say, based on the information you have provided, including the volume and content of the mailing, this situation qualifies as harassment and is, let's see, obscene mail, which is taken very seriously by the United States Postal Inspector Service. So basically, case got opened up on you guys. Mind you, any YouTuber who posted to our site using my company's name, making threats, whatever, if you got caught up in one of those rooms, your name is on that list that went to that bag. And the second one, it's going to be with him. Anyone we catch making any statements about our company, you will go. When we file charges with this guy, we get ready to start this ball rolling, you'll be involved in that too. I want them to know that there are other parties involved, which is Daniel McAfee. Yeah, because you were doing some dumb stuff. And Danny Rogers, we got your own Crowcast talking a lot of trash about me. Look at this. It's inside of the apartment. He was showing inside the apartment on where we're at. Oh, man, we got you for doxing. Everything. Look at this. Telling people to come down to our address and come see us right here. I know where you live. Oh, this is not going to go well for you. Fernando, if they get you overseas, you're never coming back at all, ever. If we get you here, you're going to get life. That's your channel, right? LLC, under your LLC, right? That's still activated. You can't dissolve, which we can link your company now to anything now. Anything that Crow Screen Paint Mixes LLC, or even your name Crow attached to it, we can link it to any file you have, because your LLC is linked to your information, your address, and it's linked to every crime you committed. Now, I know you're going to go in there and try to remove it, but you can't. You got to finish that document. And you can't finish the document because, again, you'll have to lie and tell them that your company was in running for 5 months. It's been around longer than that. And that will get you in a ton of trouble because you committed perjury. Yeah, we got you for hate crimes right here. Yep, contacting me and calling me nigger. That's Jamie Fernando right there. Yeah, it's all kinds of stuff, right? You want to accuse us of being racist, but you contact and call me nigger. I got a bunch of emails from Jamie calling me nigger. Porch monkey, spook, all that stuff. Isn't that interesting, Mr. Williams? You're friends with a racist who sat there in contact and called me nigger multiple times. Shows how dumb you are. Oh, look at this. It just goes on and on. It stacks and stacks and stacks. And that's just the beginning stage of it all. We are just getting started on you. Still got more stacks and stacks. So anybody got caught up in these? If you got caught up in any of these messages that went across and hit our website, you are now under investigation. Kept all that stuff. Yeah, call me racist. At the end of the day, for calling ICE. So let me get this straight. You fit the description of ICE, Fernando? You do. You're a legal alien in the United States committing crimes. So that wouldn't be racist today. That would be justice. Oh, we got you over here. Instagram account. Made an Instagram account of me. Was going in and basically claiming to me identity theft right there. Look at that. Took the cube again without permission. This is some of the stuff that was on the page right here. Him stalking us inside of my apartment, inside my home. Weirdo stuff. Now, Jamie, I saw your entire family out there. Just about, I think that was your whole entire family. We could have basically locked into that video and got a screenshot of every single person in there. There's a software my buddy has. All he has to do is just scan it, send it to the system, and the system will click, 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 click. That's Matrix hardware at the end of the day. We could have scanned everyone in that apartment. Everyone. And I could have reported just like that. Did I do that? No. It ain't none of my business. I don't care. But I didn't do it because I'm not the type of person. But you did contact about my sister. So my sister will be following charges on you too also. I told you at the end of the day that your punishment will be paid in blood. I told you that. The situation in the place where you're going at, Jamie, is a place of extreme violence. And judging by the way you do dumb stuff at the end of the day, there's a good chance you're going to have a confrontation probably soon in there. You've already made waves in the water already. This is the rest of it. This is the other information, his address and information right here, and where he lives at. So, time's ticking, Fernando. What gets here first? If they get to you first, if they read through those, when they read through those documents, or you got a process server comes to your front door. We're hiring a United States Marshal to come to your front door and serve you for court. That's what we're going to do. If you don't show up, you'll have 6 bench warrants sitting on top of your head. We fought for just about everything. And now we know your building's information. They're going to start digging into that next. So I got Matrix coming on to take care of that part, the information. To figure out everything we need to know. about that building. Now, you're done. You're finished. You're wrapped up and you're done. Yours is just time now. Anything you do, it's going to be used against you in a court of law. Anything you write, anything you put on your channel, anything about me, we're going to use that against you in court. So you're done. You're finished. As for the building you're in right now, we're gonna be searching through that building, all documents on that building. I want to know what's paying taxes on that building, water, all that stuff, utilities, everything. Because again, we got to take it to court, we got to sue it. I don't know how much that building's worth in value. And we reached out to the landlord 5 times. They're not responding back. Landlord's not responding back at all, period. Good. She doesn't want to respond back? Not a problem. When I file against her, I'll send a process server to her apartment. She's in the building anyway. Some information we have here on you. And then she'll have no choice but to respond back. Everything involving the money you bragged about. Stealing from companies, right there. Using our company's name without permission, right there. That's on a license, by the way. Your famous email. Fernando, I could not thank you enough for sending me this. You know, easy is now to contact Homeland Security and talk to him about this email you sent to me. Literally confessed that he was not documented. I sent this to multiple agencies. You literally are bragging. He's over here bragging about he could do whatever he wants in the United States. Another thing you say, I am an illegal alien. Correct. He admits it. I'm correct. I am an illegal alien. That I'm here not legally. So how are you going to serve a person that has no record? Same way we served you the first time. Send somebody to your front door while you go hide in the kitchen. Your wife goes handle the business. Same thing. We've been there already. What are you talking about? We've done this already. Just trying to be something else different come to your door. Everything is under somebody else's name. You really shouldn't have did that in the day. Because whoever put anything underneath his name, it's going to pop up now. And they're going to go start digging through your stuff. It's against the law. It's perjury and forgery. And got you threw you under the bus for that one. It states right here at the end of the day that our Home Depot paint, don't lose your head over paint. And when we challenge your company in court on that whole stuff, we can back our stuff up. You can't. Oh, right here. I can call you the biggest scammer and idiot on YouTube. See, now we got you basically making statements that you did call my company a scammer, and you did incorporate all these people that are involved. Everyone who called me a scammer at the end of the day, you're going to be responsible for his mess. He threw you under the bus. He did. There you go. Enjoy that one. So we can show at the end of the day that he basically said that that's why I call you the biggest scammer and idiot on YouTube. So now we have confession that he's the one who started the rumors about how we're supposed to be scammers. And all the individuals that are involved in using our name and stuff like that, you are now going to get the same punishment he's going to get. Good luck with that $1 million lawsuit. That's going to hurt. Bum, 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 bum. Hit a bum, 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 bum. You don't have any it's supposed to be patents. How in the world are you going to call me an idiot and you can't spell patent? Okay. Or copyrights. It's supposed to be an S on that. Copyrights. Gee, well, I can apparently see that you did not go to the school district up here. Copyrights. Wait, if you didn't go to the school district, how old was he when he came over? Because his education is really, really bad. It's like he's never went to school before. Oh, now we're going to search into that next. His school records. Copyrights. So, enough. So he just said we don't have any copyrights. Yeah, that's be a rude awakening for you, buddy. We didn't have any copyrights. Pasta server wouldn't have been at your front door to begin with. Plus, again, Illegal aliens don't have any papers. I don't exist in the U.S. Now, why are you going to call me a dumb A and you don't know the abbreviation for U.S.? It's U period S period. Other than that, if you don't put the abbreviations there, it's just us. It doesn't exist. I don't exist in the U.S. This is posted in multiple sites. ICE has a Facebook page. You've been posted there too. Bragging with your address, which we attach to it. Your address, all your information attached to it. As you making statements that you said that you don't exist here and you can do whatever you want. So that means that all your followers are people you ripped off of screen paint and you bought them house paint. Because we clearly saw in the demonstration Network Grace 773 of you matching a house paint. So all those people, screw them at the end of the day. Because he doesn't have paperwork and he can't be found, all the stuff that's in someone else's name. Good luck on you filing a claim. See, Fernando thought was going to happen to somebody lied to him. Someone told him that the worst was going to happen to him was he was just going to be sent back to Mexico. No, it don't work that way. You can be prosecuted here. Now say ICE didn't exist. You'd be prosecuted here. And then whatever time you would have to serve here, then you would go back to your country. But if you have like a life sentence, you're never going back. If you got like 80 years, 30 years, 40 years, and that's pretty much past your time span, you're going to die here. Now, I showed this in Why Fernando. Every time I come on camera, I back up everything I say. Just like this video we're about to make, this video right here, this will pop up on Google. The minute I turn off this video, it will pop up on Google. And on Google, this will go everywhere. Just like all someone has to do is just type in, the judge is typing some information on you, and all that evidence pops up everywhere. Oh, let me help you with one thing too. You must have state ID in order to hire an attorney. Attorneys require a state ID. How do you have a state ID? How are you hiring these attorneys, Fernando? If you don't have paperwork, as you stated here. How are you driving around a vehicle if you don't have paperwork? How do you have a lease? You don't have paperwork. How do you pay for utilities if you don't have paperwork? How did you get a storage unit? You don't have paperwork. And I can see you just drive to Disney. You don't fly. We float over. So I have paperwork going where I want. I'm American citizen with the freight. So you would have to have state ID. Attorneys may accept other documents to verify who you the freak you are. As in a U.S. passport, birth certificate, social security card. That's the stuff you would need in order for an attorney to hire you. For you to hire an attorney. So all that time you were telling us before we found out your secret, and you had all these lawyers and stuff like that, lie. And then you send me a text telling me you are a citizen. Unfortunately, you're an American citizen. Unfortunately. And then you turn around and say you're not a citizen, but then you say you are a citizen because then you contact me again and say you got a lawyer. God, I swear. If you ever get out of this, you know what you should do? Write a book on your lies. I'll probably get a job at stand-up comedian. That's one thing you want to hear in the background. They're going through your stuff. Not want to hear that sound of paper rustling. That's good. How many charges this guy acquired? That's the last thing you want to hear. When you're in court and you hear this going on in the background, you don't want to hear that. That means you got a lot of cases. Keep in mind, Fernando, and this is just this stuff right here. And the report we have with the FBI, you have 31 cases in there. Each one of those cases are detailed and it's information filed to each one of the charges we filed against you. Oh, yeah. I got to print out the rest of your text messages. More of your emails. Here we go. Let's look at this one right here again. Now here, here, that's the first one. Let me go to the account and pull this up. We'll go to account and pull this up right there. It's already sent it to us. Let me see. Open email account. And then we got Nintendo contacted us. They got all your information, Fernando. I sent them everything. And the beautiful thing about it is they contacted us just in time when we figured out what the name of your apartment is. And now they know how to get over there. And you're not getting no assistance, you're not getting that. They don't sue the daylights out of you, man. I told my family, they're like, "Oh, you about to get hit hard." I'm like Chuck Norris. Chuck Norris had his legs like the Hulk, and he kicked you in your private area, and just like that. No, let me see. I can't wait to get the rest of y'all in court. I'm gonna make money off of y'all. Here to the side. Make sure we ain't got any more customers popping in. Easy, man. Easy. You get so hot tempered so easily, so quick. Easy. Let your emotions always get the best. I got a stack of your emotions on my desk. I got 6 people on his account right now watching his account day and night. They're watching the account around the clock. They're recording and documenting everything off his account. I want to show the judge that in these videos where he basically talked about Fernando, the destruction behavior he had, that he continued these destruction behavior, not being a citizen of the United States. Oh, convention center, we had to contact them too about this mess. I don't want you. You take a pen. I remember the pen for that thing. Better remember the pen for that. Let me see. And people responding already for screen paint already. But I'm sorry. I'll get to you later. I got some business I got to take care of. See, Fernando, this is why we're coming at you so hard. Because I got business to take care of. I would be willing to walk away from all of this and let this go. But you wouldn't let me. Every time I tried to walk in a different direction, to try to walk away from this, and all I wanted to do is just make my product. That's it. But you wouldn't let me make my product. You wouldn't let me just be at peace and make my product. You had to keep messing with me and messing with me. Now, you see the other side of me. I will dig through all your information, everything on you. I will literally dig the earth upon you. And if you push me in the right direction, I'll dig up where you came from. I'll find out where you first went to school at, everything. Even when you first pushed that girl off the slide at the end of the day. I got skills too, Fernando. You ain't the only one that got them. Trust me, you're messing with the wrong person. So I told you the other day, I got people, I'm connected. I can dig up anything I want on anything I need. When I bring you into court, there's going to be so many boxes behind you if you make it there. If you make it there. Because I'm going to write the judge a nice long letter. The DA a nice long letter. And my sister's going to be adding her 2 cents into it. Other people that you basically attacked. To let them know that you are considered to be a terrorist in the United States because you attacked American citizens. Even the Marine's going to put his 2 cents in there too also. You have no respect for nobody. Not in the armed services. The armed services that actually serve our country. You don't have any respect for anybody. So let me see what we got here. We have, find your information. Here we go. Right after you sent the statement saying that at the end of the day that you don't have any paperwork, he came back and sent me this. Okay, still then, stop crying and deleting your rants. No, we showed at the end of the day you were deleting the videos, you were contacting YouTube and having the videos removed, so we already cleared that up. I used all those videos as evidence Yeah, go ahead. As evidence, you let your hatred and emotions, again, it's right, it's not bad, it's not good at all. I'm not having a stroke, no, you just can't write. And emotions consume you. At this point, it's not about pain, it's about an old, lazy crybaby trying to make a quick buck, but bear with me, he do what you gotta do. I'm gonna let you process that nonsense. Yeah. I will be waiting with my lawyer. Now, how do you have a lawyer if you just said you don't have any paperwork and you can't be found anywhere? That means the lawyer wouldn't have any paperwork on you. He couldn't file. How would he file against me at the end of the day? You have to have a discovery, Jamie. You know what discoveries are, right? No, of course you don't know what a discovery is. In order for them to file anything at the end of the day, they're going to have to know who you are. They're going to have your address, all your information, all that. If you don't have any information to begin with, or nothing at all, as you stated, you don't have any paperwork, you can't be found, how would a lawyer be, how would you be to hire a lawyer? And number one, too, even that, how are you walking through a courthouse? You can't walk through a courthouse without state ID. Everybody knows that. So if you don't have any paperwork, you still can't walk through the courthouse to prosecute me. He just got finished saying this a few minutes ago. Like, really? Here's the date right there. And then turns around and sends me another one right there. Same date. Same time. I told you. Nutcase. Complete nutcase. Same thing. You said, I am a legal alien, correct? That I am here, not legally. So how are you going to serve a person that has no record, doesn't exist in the U.S.? I have everything in somebody else's name. At the bottom again, he states it again. Plus again, legal aliens don't have any papers. I don't exist in the U.S. Now, Fernando, did I just back what I just said, what you are? So, about 8 ICE units got that email, including your information where you're located. Also, too, in that packet was the incident report of you attacking my business, friends, and family, showing you committed crimes, and including a link to the Facebook page where you can see you counterfeiting in the U.S., stealing from American companies, even overseas companies. Who gets you first? I don't know. I don't care. All I know is at the end of the day, you'll be gone for good. Anybody else that followed behind them, you're also in packets too also. If you did follow behind Fernando and you're not documented, you know what's going to happen to you. Another problem you're going to have today, if you are an American citizen, you're going to jail for a very long time. These are federal crimes you're pushing at the end of the day. This is a very serious case. You're looking at an easy 10, 20 years in a lockup. And with $1 million fine over top of your head, because we're going to sue for about $1 million for this mess. So if your account got copied, you were in one of those chat rooms that were opened up. Because we opened up a couple, we locked every single chat room, and then we opened them up and let people in. And you guys went there and acted up. We got it all documented. Gee whiz Louise. Now, I got installments to do, and at the end of the day, I'm going to be watching y'all very carefully. You know why? Because I want as much evidence I want a stack on each and every one of you. When we get in that courtroom, I'm going to give you what we call the mason jar effect. Slowly turn that mason jar till all the air sucks out of there. I want you to feel like what it's like to suffocate in a courtroom, where all your hope is gone. You have nothing left. That's what we're going to do to you in a courtroom. You have given us more than enough evidence to come after you guys. We got a conspiracy charge. Conspiracy charge means that all of you now are involved in this mess. Didn't I tell you we're on the judgment? I told you. That's the guy you followed. This is the guy you followed at the end of the day. The one that you believed in, that gave you hope. Yeah, there you go. It's like when Satan went about heaven, basically telling all those different angels that were following, the ones that are weak to follow him, that we're going to overthrow God. Those angels all got cast out of heaven with Satan. And now they're basically damned. He cursed them all. They all got cursed because they followed Satan. Do you see the scenario in this? God's right-hand angel, Lucifer, decided to get a bunch of angels together and let's go overthrow God. We can do it. And they followed Satan and they all got cast out of heaven. And they're all going to burn in the lake of fire for eternity. And you guys, what did you do? You followed this guy at the end of the day. And what did he do? He Pied Pipered every single one of you to get all the information we needed to prosecute you. You played the devil's game, you're going to lose on this one. You got to face a technology that can operate, that has so much credit underneath of it, you're not going to be able to beat the screen in court. There's no way for you to win it. So I'm going to have to hire some people to go through your assets to figure out what you worth, how much you have at the end of the day. I'm planning to take everything from you. I'm going to leave you with absolutely nothing. And these lawsuits. You don't want any plea deals? Don't bother having an attorney reach out to me. I don't want to hear from your attorney. If I want to have fun with your attorney, I'll have your attorney come here, watch our demonstration, have him drop your case, and then maybe hire him to sue you. And as for any of you thinking at the end of the day, well, maybe what if I kill him? Well, that's not going to go well for you because, again, I told you at the end of the day, I tried that one already twice, and it didn't work out the way I thought it was going to work out. Never want to go through that again. So you will open up doors that you don't want. You're going to try to kill a Christian? That ain't going to work. You'll bring something on your head that you don't want at the end of the day. I told you now, the reason why you breathe right now, the only reason you're actually alive, that demon you listen to every single day and you do all that dumb stuff, he's sitting there laughing at you. That's what he does. But you think at the end of the day, that the very demon that just told you to do all that stuff and puts in your head, hey, try to kill him. He knows what's going to happen to you. He knows that's God's anointing at the end of the day. He knows what's going to happen to you. And he's going to sit and laugh at you on that one too. And then we'll have evidence on that. And you'll really have some problems at the end of the day. Then we'll have somebody really come to your front door and drag you out of your home, put handcuffs on you, and put you in a car. Then you'll have attempted murder sitting over the top of your head. So I've already witnessed that one. I already saw what happens when you touch God's anointed. It's not pretty at all. I can tell you that much. It's a very bad thing to go through. And I'll tell you something. It never stops. It doesn't stop until you actually come to me and ask for forgiveness. Did you know that? You have to come to God and you have to come to me and ask for forgiveness. Because that's the only way I can make it stop. You know, you don't understand the situation you're in right now. You really don't understand the situation you're in. You threaten a Christian, your life is in extreme danger. Because the very demon that you listen to, the one that wants to cut your throat as fast as he can, the one that basically wants to kill you every single day. He thinks of it. He dreams of it. He basically fantasizes about murdering you because he does not like you. He can't stand your disgusting flesh because you are in the image of God, which he hates. If God steps back 2 feet, that protection line that you need so badly, he's going to come for you. And he's going to take your life. That's what you listen to. You listen to something that's trying to kill you every day. How smart can you be after that? So the only thing that keeps that from basically killing you right now is God standing in the way of him. So if God were to take 2 steps back, you're gone. Then you're really going to see something you didn't think even existed on this planet. Because what's the point of hiding his true form? See, the only reason why Satan basically hides his form at the end of the day, because he'll scare you. You wouldn't be to stand looking at that thing. I saw a glimpse of one of the demons, and I literally jumped down the stairs, a flight of stairs, head first. I didn't even think about my safety. All I could think about is trying to get as far away from it as I possibly could. If that thing had popped up on the top of the Empire State, I'd have jumped off with no problem. I don't remember anything of it. I do remember the fear behind it. It's like nothing else. You can't even think of it. You can't even process it. That's how horrifying these things are. And I didn't even see it. Well, I did see it. I just saw some of it. I don't remember it. The Lord blocked it from my mind. Okay, if he didn't, I would have gone mad. And that's what you're listening to every day. So the only reason why you're breathing right now, and it hasn't killed you yet, because God is in the way of it. Yep. God could have killed Saul a long time ago. Saul was going out and murdering Christians. God could have killed him a long time ago. He could have took his life easily. Gave him an opportunity. Some of you in this situation will have an opportunity. You're all going to meet the crossroad. That's what's coming up for you, the crossroad. It's a very big decision. Your life is going to change on so many levels. This is going to be a very big decision. You better choose wisely when it comes. You got an opportunity now of change in your life. Now, you may not even do all that time. Who even knows? Who knows what God has plans to do? You might even do that. Some of you may come out very strong Christian men after all this. Change your entire life. Everything changed. You got a chance to see the devil. Oh, you will see the devil up front and personal. Once you become saved and you become a Christian, you will see him. Yep. You know what's going to scare you the most? What's going to scare you the most is how long you've been without God and how long you've been following that. That's what's going to scare you. And they even speak to you too. I've had two speak to me. Oh man, I'm telling you, you never want to go through that. I never want to go through that ever again. I had it happen twice in my life. I never want to hear that again. You actually hear them, they'll say your name. It's like nothing ever heard. Back me up in the corner with the Bible in my hand. Tears were coming down my face, crying out to God. And that's what you're messing around with out there right now. No, you can't harm me. You only put your life in danger if you do so. That's what will happen to you. Just like I put myself in danger twice trying to touch God's people. So I know what's going to happen to you. I think the reason why God made me go through that process for what I'm going through right now, always preparing me for something else that may come up. Yep. I learned the valuable lesson. Don't mess around with Christians. It doesn't go well. Now, like I said, say, too much over here. Say you get out of jail, God blesses you, you become a man of God, change your life, you serve God, and you come up to me and you see me and go, hey, Mr. Bird, so and so and so, and I changed my ways. I'm a man of God now, serve God. It'd be wrong if I come at you angry. It'd be wrong if I come at you with revenge. That'd be wrong. Then God will punish me. When you come at me, now you're a different man. You're not a man of that world. When you died, that person died a long time ago. You're a different person. So I don't see you like that anymore. I see you as a brother, as a family member. That's how I see you now. But you can't understand that because you're stuck in this world and you're controlled by Satan. That's why you can't see what I say. You're locked. That's the end of the day. You really think you're free? None of you are free at all. None of you are free. You can't understand that part, can you? How a man can just come up to me and I can easily get you. But I don't. Because again, vengeance is mine, as the Lord, and thou shalt not kill. I don't follow that road. You follow that road. That's why your lives are in danger. And when God gives you the opportunity of the crossroad, you have better take it, because Satan will be there waiting for you. So you'll have that option. God can protect you in that situation. God can protect you in anything at the end of the day. Just like he can protect me against, actually protect you from touching me. So it's going to itch. You're going to lose everything you have. Sometimes you have to lose everything you have to gain everything. And you will lose everything in this process. But you will gain, if you take the right road, everything back and more. Your salvation, which you don't have right now. If you're a Christian, you claim to be, you're not a Christian. At all, period. Doing this kind of stuff, you're not a Christian at all. Period. All right, I got business to take care of today. I got things I have to address at the end of the day. This is a good day, gentlemen, for you. Very good day. When you go through the system, this is a good day for you. The best thing will ever happen to your entire life. I know you think right now this would be the worst thing ever. No, it's the best thing will ever happen to your entire life. Trust me. I didn't see it at first either when I went through. I thought this would be the worst day of my life. Spend the rest of my life in the prison system, probably dying there somewhere. Yeah, never get a chance to really experience life. 16 years old going in, didn't get a chance to really breathe or live yet. Worst thing could ever happen to me. Till my mom walked in and gave me that Bible, there was my crossroad right there. When that demon turned around and spoke to me, that was my crossroad right there. Which path do I take? Do I take the Bible, flush it down the toilet, like the demon told me to do? Or do I hold on to it tight, read the book every single day and become a man of God? See, instead of me being full of anger, and hatred to the people who put me in there because they snitched on me, I basically saw what needed to be seen. At the end of the day, I did this to myself. I had to come to reason that I did this. As long as you guys keep going out there and thinking that because we defend ourselves and we should be punished for defending ourselves, if we catch you doing something, we have to take it to court. We have to prosecute you. And you get mad and you want to attack me for basically going in and doing the right thing. What would you rather have me do? Want me to cash in a favor? I can contact someone and cash in a favor right next to you, Fernando. I got people who live right in your neighborhood. Now, how would that even work out? You wouldn't even have a chance. You would never see it coming. And what would that do to me at the end of the day? I'll go to jail. 57 years old. I'll spend the rest of my time in jail for that. I'll lose my cat. I'll lose my work, everything I worked on, the whole 9 yards. Satan will be sitting there laughing his head off because I basically followed that path. Or I can rebuke you, rebuke the devil, and do it the way it's supposed to be done, as I'm gathering up all the information needed and take you to court, as I should. But you get angry for me doing this. And as long as you keep doing that, you're in a lot of trouble when you hit the prison system. Because if you retaliate against anyone in that unit, swift punishment will come your way. And it will be brutal. Different. So the devil knows it's automatic from the door. So that when I went into the system, I looked around and I said, you know what? I did all this mess to myself. I'm at blame for it all. I admitted it. Satan lost his power right there. I took the blame for myself. I did all this. And then I saw for what it is. I'm not listening to you. You got me in this trouble to begin with. I blamed it on Satan. I didn't blame it on the people who prosecuted me because they had a right to prosecute me because I threatened these people. So for me to attack them would have been wrong. So instead, I took the Bible. And that's why I'm here. Supposed to be doing 40 to 80 years in the prison system. And I'm right here, free as a bird. Which is funny because my name is Bird. Yep. You got your chance, your opportunity. This is an opportunity. You may think that, oh, but I'm going to jail. Opportunity. God's been calling you for a long time. You haven't been listening. Look at you flooded your life with counterfeiting, stealing, robbing, cheating, lying, all that stuff you've been doing. Sinking deeper and deeper and deeper. You could have walked outside and the car could have jumped the curb and took your life just like that. Eating at the table, you just choked to death. Just like that. Or have a heart attack. Anything could have happened to you. And if you had died any time, any day, if you were out there committing all that sin, you think you had a chance to go to heaven? You're not going to heaven. You're going to hell. And you should have lost your opportunity. But by being in a situation where you lose everything, who can you depend on right now? Can't depend on the devil right now. He can't help you. He's trying to kill you. So who can you depend on? You got to depend on Jesus Christ. But unfortunately for you, Fernando, you did something you shouldn't have done. You blasphemed against the Holy Spirit. Yeah. The other ones, they have opportunity to be saved. You did something you shouldn't have done. Can't say much about that, to tell you the truth. I really can't. I keep talking to people about that, see if I can get one person to say that maybe it's an opportunity for him to be saved. But it sounds like he did what he did, man. Why would you do something like that? You should know, you're Catholic. I know you're Catholic. Why would you do something like that? That doesn't hurt me. When you joke about God and you joke about that, that doesn't hurt me at the end of the day. That hurts you. Me, I look at him that's sad at the end of the day that you actually did that to yourself. That's a shame. That's an actual shame. You don't laugh about it. You laugh about it, you get yourself in more trouble with God. Don't do that. I'm going to go out and get myself. Did I have some onion rings in here 1 minute ago? There's probably onion rings in here. Oh. Okay, I got to click on this. Newest technology. Oh, man, I got to be on site. It's the weather's bad. Oh, I'll take 28 degrees any day over -8. Oh, it's like it was summertime out there compared to how cold the weather was. Ah, man. All right, I got to get ready. I got the little screen installment. I got stuff to do. I got updates to do to the website. Some other stuff at the end of the day. Got that to do. Got videos to do. All that stuff at the end of the day. That's it. And it's simple and plain to the owner of that building. At the end of the day, we have to sue you. Because you know about the tenant that was in there. Now I 100% know you know about the tenant, what was going on in that building. And for what I've seen from the Facebook pictures, that kitchen is the exact same kitchen that they have in the unit. Now, you know how I would know about that, Fernando? You do a lot of videos throughout your entire place. And I did when I had the house also too. And the kitchen you have is a small kitchen. It's a nice kitchen. Don't get me wrong, it's cozy. But it's a small kitchen. So I can tell exactly. The cabinet system is exactly the same way that we saw in the Facebook picture. And then on top of that, with the machine dug up, I mean, I can't say the apartment name at all, but it's in the same building. So if she contacts us, we can talk on this at the end of the day. The lawsuit will be much lighter. If we can't reach her at all, period, at the end of the day, we're just going to hit the building hard. That's all. But I prefer her contact us at the end of the day. Now, would you contact us? We'll do something. We can settle out. Don't have to go that far. If they want to fight it, then I mean, hey, that's where you want to go. I mean, no problem with that. I prefer not taking it that far, but if it has to, then we got to. Ugh. I am going to go get some business. I got some things to do. What do we got here, Mr. Bird? Oh, I got this banana candy. Stop buying this stuff. You're going to say, I choose. Buying it. It's bad for you. All right, let me see what I got to do here. I got to go back to my side. I got work to do. I forgot the mouse needs to be charged up. I got work to do. That's our information. Already did I copy all that down? I should be good on that, right? I'm good. I don't need that right there. Oh, this is her Facebook page. I got to cover that up. No one's supposed to see that. We'll bookmark it. Duplicated page already. Some of his weirdo people be sending me freaking Facebook invites. You do know we can see you, right? See, that's the thing about it. You're dealing with a Christian. We can see. That's what the Holy Spirit does. The Holy Spirit basically, it's guidance at the end of the day. It allows us to see things that you can't see. The little tells right from the door. Oh, no, you know what that is from the door. We already know. We know who you are. We can see the wolf in sheep's clothing a mile away. Nope. Well, you'll never get in. Because we can see you a mile away. Sometimes y'all come and act like women at the end of the day. Just like a woman sends something over talking about, hey, I want to be your friend, so-and-so, la, 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 la. Yeah, God prepared me for all that stuff at the end of the day. Even when I get this money, I don't have to worry about no entourage and none of that nonsense, some leeches and lackeys that jump onto you that try to be your friend at the end of the day. No, I know all that nonsense. I'm good. Man of God doesn't need any of that. Period. We got the screws. All right, well, I wish y'all the best of luck. I really do. I have to do what I have to do. And again, I have no control over what they take because, again, I'm selling your judgment. I don't want to waste time to just wait and, they sell your stuff off. I'm sorry I have to say that it's true. It's what's going to happen. They sell your stuff off and I got to wait to get my money. I'm just going to sell your judgment off and just get my money right away and then let them handle whatever we got to handle at the end of the day. But, you have common sense at the end of the day. You should have known better not to do that kind of stuff at all, period. Some of you are fathers and stuff like that, and mothers and stuff like that. Why aren't you spending time with your kids? They're doing that dumb nonsense. You're out there doing something cool, hanging out with your kids. I'd ignore that whole nonsense. Some jokers would have bought that nonsense from me like, nah, I'm good. I got a family to take care of. I got other things to do. McAfee going to lose his house. He's going to lose his freaking house. He can't pay that money back. He can't pay any of that money back. Money from me, lawsuit, he's going to hit with that freaking nonsense that went with the post office. He's messed. He messed up pretty bad. And he got a beautiful family, too. It's a shame. Such a shame. Yeah. All right. Wait. Where did that Richmond phone go at? You got it up here? Where did you put that at? Just a sec. Oh, I can put it over here. Take that. I'll move that. Okay, we got it over here. That's detective information for Mr. Williams. So Well, I've been advised not to file any lawsuits until an investigation's finished. Once it's finished, we can go file against the building. Maybe more than 10. They told me there may be more than 10. Look at you over here, Mr. Barcelona. Did you try to jump in your box? I was trying to jump in the box. I tried to jump in there, and I fell out, and that's what I did. All right, you guys have a good one. I got some things I got to do. Thank you for your time, and God bless. Fernando, we'll be seeing you soon, just so you know. Anything you do on your account, I couldn't care less. If you go in there and post my face and Karen, whatever, I don't care. I'm going to use it against you in court either way, so it doesn't make a difference to me. I did file today, by the way. Got to go.